worst thing he could do, bringing her back and giving her a title shot immediately. She should see a red flag in that. She's been out for 5 years, dickhead.
Yeah, and she didn't leave the fucking UFC. She left Strikeforce.
Right.
Not the same organization. You could even say it's a lower tier organization at the time. So we gotta go up the fucking ladder, and you just can't come back and say, well, we're gonna give her a title shot because next month she's gonna be in fucking, The Bodyguard starring fucking Gina Carano. So it's like, okay, it turns into a clown show because you're just having the name come back. You're not having a fighter that's exactly serious about going for a title shot. When you have other people that have been in the organization waiting for the title shot, working their ass off, they haven't been starring in movies, and they come back and get a silver spoon shoved up their fucking mouth. The whole thing is just whatever. Just go, I'm sorry, Gina, you had your time. You want to make the fucking movies, go for it.
No, it's not even a sorry on Gina, really. It's Gina. I think Gina's shying away from it because it's bullshit. Because why should she come back and get a title? I think she agrees with that. Why should I come back and get a title shot? I've been off for 5 years. Why do I get a title shot? There's got to be a reason why. Because he wants to
they want her
crush
to get dismantled.
They want to crush her because she's got very limited time on her contract. That's what I originally thought. And
then you got Dana standing up on a soapbox saying, see, I told you, when you got to come out from these lower tier things, the champions, they're not even in the same sentence as our champions. See?
Right, yeah, expect that, people, expect that. When it comes around to it, and Gina Carano might sign with somebody else, or might not sign at all, you'll probably have that whole bag exposed onto the floor so that you can read it all. And that'd be a bunch of bullshit.
And at the end of it all, we'll just say, well, it was a waste of everybody's fucking time. So
yeah. But, man, if you want to cap off the Zingano Nunes, I know we got on a tirade there.
We went on a tirade, and, hey, this is a good thing for us because before we used to sweep the women's talk under the rug a little bit and just go over it, but now it's becoming a factor where we're fucking interested. We want to see what's going on. So we're going to run the shit down. Even
it needs to be talked about.
Yeah, it does. And the stipulations, we segue off to Gina Carano because it's a factor, man. We're talking about a Cat Zingano, and we're talking about all the people that we're talking about fighting the champ. So there's all relevancy and all that. But before we continue, I just want to say, hey, bro, you want to take a quick break?
Yeah, let's do that, man.
All right.
We'll be right back, people.
It's Clef here. I'm creative director at kvlondon.com. We're a headwear company based in London, England. Now, I'm a huge MMA and UFC fan, and whenever I'm looking for my MMA fix, I tune in and keep it locked to the Illegal Elbow Radio show. It's online at www.illegalelbowradio.com.
Well, getting back to it, people, this is a fight that, man, it went the way we thought it was going to go, but there's a lot of controversy involved, which kind of bugs me a little bit, and it's almost like, you know what, why don't you give it a couple months, let these guys go again?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have a problem seeing that, really. And I'm talking about Yoel Romero, Tim Kennedy. Fucking hook it up, brother.
No, both guys coming in looking like brick shithouses, dude. Not an ounce of body fat in any one of these guys. We got Tim Kennedy coming in, Special Forces. We got an Olympic wrestler, if I'm not mistaken, coming in with Yoel Romero, representing his Cuban country. These guys were fit as fuck, dude. All get out. But there was some controversy, as if you say in the fucking London people say, controversy. But there was controversy in this one, bro. Because Yoel Romero, I'm pretty sure he's on Brian's next level list, too. Watch out for the next level fighters. Yoel Romero was pretty much at the top of our list from what we've seen him do. The quickness, the speed, the guy is fucking unbelievable. But what we didn't see is his cardio, which for me Yoel Romero, right now, his cardio, he's not going into a 4th and 5th round of a championship fight. Because he's not going to be able to get off the fucking chair. He's not going to be able to get off the stool. Yeah. But that being said, fucking Tim Kennedy, I'm sorry, brother, but 80% of the punches that you threw, Yoel Romero was out of the way, gone, out of there, fucking, it's not happening type shit, you know? And he busted you right open. It was maybe the beginning of the end that you seen for a Tim Kennedy, but Tim Kennedy had fucking Yoel Romero. I think it was the end of the second, man. He got saved by the fucking bell, dude.
Yeah, he had his ass rocked, man. Yeah, Tim Kennedy was doing awesome.
If there was 10 more seconds in that fucking fight, either he would have got knocked the fuck out or the ref would have fucking stopped it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's when the fucking, the controversy came in. Because the beginning of the second round...
It's too much Vaseline on Romero. That's what I heard.
Holy fuck, man. Vaseline or whatever the fuck it was, man. It was huge. Because his fucking eye was filleted open, dude. Okay? Even when that the post-fight interview, you could see right into his skull, dude.
Who?
You know, it was nasty. Yoel Romero. That fucking cut over his eye.
Yeah.
Over his eyebrow. Yeah, that's where they gobbed all the fucking shit up over there, and then he sat on the stool for, what was it, 10 seconds over? And
I think it was like a half a minute over. I think they said it was a half a minute over. Extra 20 seconds or something
John
like that.
Fucking threw everybody out of the fucking ring, fucking grabbed the fucking stool, got that the fuck out of there, wasn't happy, which I thought it was almost a situation where he can't answer the bell, you know, kind of like in boxing.
Right, you know, yeah, that's what everybody's saying, man. That's the big talk about it, yeah.
You can't answer the bell, you're fucking disqualified because you couldn't get up. Which, in my, you know, just like fucking Joe Rogan was saying, just after it happened, you can do that, you know. You can get it's almost like a warning situation, you know, if you do it again, So he fucking
take a point away or something, yeah.
Yeah, he utilized what he could, and hey, there was a warning, whatever, he fucking got bitched out, his corner got bitched out, and he continued. Okay, Tim Kennedy, I know you're fucking sore in the ass about what happened, but at the end of the thing, it was a TKO stoppage, and you were on the losing end, brother. So if you want to go back and try to bitch about a little something like that, a little bit of extra rest, I don't think, in my mind, that even deserve, and I wouldn't mind seeing the rematch, bro, but this controversy doesn't even deserve a rematch, just because it's really not a controversy. It's just a guy stretching the rules to the very end and getting warned about it. So,
well, there was a post around the net where it said something along the lines of Cutman took role in Yoel Romero sitting on the seat a little bit longer, you know, that kind of a deal. So people might.
I know Tim Kennedy bitched him out. Did you see that?
I did see that, and that's, you know, Tim Kennedy's got a legitimate beef. You know, it seems like a little bit of a butthurt situation, like you're kind of aiming towards. Which I get it, man, but at the same time, it's like, man, a legitimate beef is a legitimate beef. I don't think if he loses fair and square, I don't think he's going to bitch about it. I don't think Tim Kennedy's that kind of guy. But, I mean,
you got a Tim Kennedy's career hanging in the balance right now, you know. And
exactly. I mean,
you know, I can understand that part too. You know, it's like a fucking win would have done wonders for a Tim Kennedy right here. So,
right, and really, he's in his last 5, he's 4-1. So he's on a great stretch of wins, to where, you know, losing this fight, you know, it's not a huge big deal. I think he was just pissed off the fact that this guy was so. That's what he was bitching about. It's like, dude, if you can't get off the stool, you can't get off the fucking stool. You're done. It's over with. But it's like that's a bit of a stretch there, guy.
Yeah, it's not up to Yoel Romero to say, "Hey, I was wrong. I quit." He's waiting. If the powers that be, which was John McCarthy, said can't continue, then you're barking up the wrong fucking tree, dude. Really, Tim Kennedy, in my opinion, because Yoel Romero, he stretched the limits, But the powers that be could have said, "Hey, you're done," and waved it off. He can't continue, or they did what they did and they let him continue. So that's the way I look at it.
Well, you got on the other side. You got the the ref played a role in that whole thing, where adding a whole fucking bucket load of Vaseline on the guy's face. It's like, you can't send somebody back in there like that. But if he's fucking really tired and fucking gassed and fucking just dead on the chair, well, it might be a good idea for me to fucking add a whole shitload of Vaseline, because I know that guy's going to say, get all that shit off his face. We could buy ourselves some time.
It was a well planned testing of the rules. And
if that's the case, if that's what it really was about, that's a damn good idea, I guess. Really, I mean, but me personally, it's like, you know what, it sucks. But I'd like to see the rematch again. You know what I mean? Even though if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to be upset with it, because we've seen Tim Kennedy get some losses. We've seen him come back and look phenomenal, look great.
Yeah, the only reason I don't really want to see a rematch is the simple fact is I think Yoel Romero, I just want to see him go up the ladder, man. He's got so much talent, but now I'm bringing into question, because of the gas tank, because of the situation we're talking about right here.
Yeah.
What if you're going against a contendership or even a championship, and you're going into the championship rounds, the fourth and fifth rounds? Where are you going to be able to? Yeah, you're cut. You look fucking awesome, but we've heard stories and stories about those muscles got to be fed, bro.
Exactly. My exact term, man. I was going to say the exact same thing, man.
Yep, Ryan likes to say it all the time. The muscles got to be fed.
well, I mean, it's not like you stole it.
We've had discussions about it before, seeing guys gas out, being cut, fucking
and he's
zero body fat, and having trouble.
He's a big-ass dude, too, man. I mean, so, with him throwing everything he's got, fucking Tim Kennedy up, you know what I mean? And the other way around, he's got to pull something out of his ass, to get into that third round. And it's like, holy, to get to the end of the second, I should say, really.
And you almost got knocked the fuck out at the end of the second, because if it wasn't for the bell, you would probably Tim Kennedy would have had his hand raised in that one. So,
to me, that's why it's like, maybe a rematch is not a bad idea, but like I said, man, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Seeing Yoel Romero solidify himself going backwards a little bit with a lesser opponent, I wouldn't mind seeing that either, because it's like, you know what? Let's put him in there with a guy that's got a great gas tank, and see what he's really made of. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have a problem with that either. But I know Tim Kennedy's in it for the long haul. So if Yoel Romero's not in it for the long haul, then that could be a problem, especially getting to the top ranks. You know what I mean? So, and especially at the age of 37.
Yeah, 30. I seen that and I was like, man, I thought he was a lot younger than that. But Yoel Romero is he's up there in age, dude. So.
But I gotta give the guy a shit ton of props, man. The guy's like 4 years younger than me. I'd never see myself in there at fucking age 37. No way, dude.
Moving the way he moves, dude.
Yeah, throwing dudes around.
Tim Kennedy tried to get him in a double fucking underhook, fucking take him down. He just spun out, fucking jumped out of it. It was fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very combatant fight, very controversial fight. And that's why I think it's a kind of a fun fight to see, but at the same time, you're pissed about the controversy and the talk that came up. But if you want to cap it off, man, I'm ready to fucking move on, man, for sure.
Dude, this is fucking. It was a fucking badass fucking fight. Tim Kennedy just had a little problem with reach. His problem with reach, combined with, or maybe not even reach, just his. Almost like a telegraphing the overhand right, dude. Yoel Romero was just out of there fucking... He wasn't even in the area by the time that thing landed. So, Tim Kennedy, hats off. I will give him props for Major Heart and bringing Yoel Romero to a point where he has to try a tactic like he did and almost ending him before that tactic was attempted. It was... Tim Kennedy was on the brink of ending a Yoel Romero's run, and Tim Kennedy really just get over